friends, this is the potatoes, most of them, because I sent some fresh home with my family. But these are the potatoes that I harvested out of our garden a few days back. And I'm going to can these ones up. Now, it's not all of them. I know I got like 31 pounds or something like that, but this isn't all of them. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to can potatoes. It's really easy. These I got all scrubbed, rinsed. I rinsed them several times, scrubbed them, and chopped them up into nice chunks and put them in some good, fresh, clean water. Okay? So that's how they've been sitting. Then over here, you will see I got a pot, a stock pot, and it's got boiling water in there because I am going to parboil these potatoes. I know they're low in starch. The red ones are the lowest in starch, but I don't want that icky, gooey starch on the bottom of my jars. So I like to keep my jars nice, and when I parboil them, they turn out beautiful every time. So with that, I'm going to get these potatoes in this pot of water, and I'll be right back. Okay, excuse me, my potatoes are drained, so I'm going to start dumping them in this boiling water. And once it comes, it's going to cool it down, so it's not going to boil after I get them all in there. But once I bring it back to a boil, I'm going to parboil these for about 4 to 5 minutes. You don't want to put them in cold water because that you take a chance on overcooking them. So make sure your water's boiling before you put them in there. And then bring it back to a boil and boil it for about 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. Actually turn it down, you know, and kind of simmer it, not boil for all that time. Okay, now I'm going to put the lid back on here, and when these come back to a boil, I'm gonna cook them for about, or parboil them for about 4 to 5 minutes. And when that's done, I'll be back. Okay, friends, I've got my potatoes all parboiled and ready to jar up. I've got my hot water ready to fill the jars. I've got my lids and rings soaking in hot water. My jars are all clean and ready to go. I've got my rag to wipe them off, and I am going to put, this is a ½ teaspoon. I'm going to put 1 teaspoon in each jar of salt. That way I don't forget about it because it's already in there. Okay, so now I'm just going to start filling my jars with these potatoes. In there. Maybe I don't need that right now. Probably not. These are still a little bit warm. They're fogging up my jars. These are wonderful. These will turn out fantastic. And because red potatoes are really low in starch, you know, when you, it slows that down when you can them, when you parboil them, so you don't have a big mess at the bottom of your jar, that icky starch. Okay, we'll fill this one. I don't think I want to use that. I think they're going in here pretty good, all on their own. Yep, if you want to cold pack these, you can cold pack them. You know, parboiling isn't required, only for hot packing. But you're going to wind up with starch in the bottom of your jar, and it's going to look like a white cloudy mess. And when you open that jar to use them, you just need to rinse them. I like my jars to look nice. I don't like that cloudy, starchy mess in the bottom of my jars. So I always just parboil them. Alright, so let's see. I'll take you through this. Slide that aside. We got the salt in there. We are going to just fill these. And this I will need so it doesn't splash all over. You want about 1 inch of head space. So that'd be perfect right there. Okay. Okay, and you're going to want to debubble these the best you can. Just kind of move them around a little bit. Okay. We're going to wipe the rims. Don't forget to wipe your rims. If you forget, you're going to wind up probably with debris under that seal and it won't seal for you. Finger tight, and there you go. Finger tight, and there you have it. I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest of these, and I'll show you how I get them into the pressure canner. Hey friends, I lost some of that video footage, so I'm going to take you step by step. It's just real simple. I was just putting the jars in the canner. Most important, hot food, hot jars, it must go in a hot canner. So make sure the water in your canner is hot. Put them in there, put the lid on it. You're going to want to turn it up. Make sure that the vent on the top of your canner spews a steady stream of steam for 10 minutes. That, friends, is what expels the air out of the canner. After that, you can put your jiggler on. Mine goes on 10 pounds for my altitude. Check your altitude. And once that jiggler starts to jiggle, that's when you begin to time. And for potatoes, for quarts, it's 40 minutes. So now, after I say I'm sorry again, we'll get back to the video. Okay friends, this is all done. It has gone 40 minutes and I just turned the timer off. And it's very, very important that you do not try to force the pressure out of this canner. You just let it cool completely and naturally on its own. Do not lift the jiggler off or try and open it until you can touch it on the top, put your hands on it, and it's completely cool. So when that time comes and I'm ready to open it up, I'll bring you back and show you. Okay friends, this is done. And make sure when you open this, this right. You open it away from you. See the steam come out? You don't want to get burned. So, I'll set these aside over here. Those are going in next. And these are going to come out. And look how nice they turned out. Beautiful. They turned out very nice. So there you have it, friends. There's the beautiful jars of potatoes. They look wonderful. It's really not that hard to do. It just takes a little bit of time. And what a good way to preserve your harvest. So there you have it, friends. I hope you give it a try, and thanks for watching.